everybody, and welcome to Monday. It's Make an Impact Monday with Lori Joy here in the Launch It Live with Lori Joy group. Thank you so much for being here. If you're live, please make sure you say hello so I can have that one-on-one discussion with you today. Also, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to be watching here on my phone so I can answer any questions that you have. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay. And if you have any questions, post them in here so I can help you. All right, so let's talk about today's topic, which is, are you making these common mistakes that can be costing you thousands when you're running your boot camp? Now, and the funny thing is it could be costing you thousands at the beginning, but if you keep making the mistakes, it could end up costing you millions down the road. All right. So the last day before November, is everybody ready for December? Tomorrow, let me tell you a little bit of a ditty here of what's going on in my house. Tomorrow we have the elf on the shelf come. Now, I don't know if any of you have an elf on the shelf in your house that shows up. I wish I never started the elf on the shelf. And my husband and I were like, do you think he should quarantine for 14 days and then we don't have to do anything with him for the first 14 days? Anyway, we have that little bugger coming tonight. And so I've got to actually go in my closet here and dig them out. So that's my funny little on the eve of December 1st story. All right, I am going to walk you through actually using my trusty whiteboard here on the common mistakes that are costing you thousands in your boot camp. Now let's talk about these, and let me actually give you not only what you may be doing, why you're doing it, but how you can combat that and stop making these when you're running your boot camp. So what's going to happen here is, after you've done a boot camp with me, or if you're going to be doing the one in January with me, I literally walk you through what it is that you need to have is as components in your boot camp. But when you join my coaching, right, we talk a lot about the strategy behind the content, what you're doing, the titles, all of the things that go into a little bit deeper. So I want to give you a snippet of what those are. And I want to give you some ways that you can fix this so that you're not doing that in an upcoming boot camp. I hope that all of you here are going to be running a boot camp in January, right? It's a new year. It's a wonderful thing to start. It's a wonderful way to start your business and kick it off in the new year. You have about 5 weeks now to get ready. So let's put the rubber to the road and let's do it. The first thing that I think the first mistake I think a lot of us make is, not enough self-promotion. Now, it's very hard for us sometimes to talk about our business, and it's very hard for us sometimes to be out there and sharing what we're doing because we think maybe perhaps people will get annoyed if we're sharing about our business, or people will talk about us if we're sharing about our business, or I'll lose customers or friends if I keep talking about our business. Good morning, Ruheen from Vancouver. I wonder what your weather's like today. We're having a little minus 10 degrees, but it's a very sunny day here in Thunder Bay. Wonder what it's like for you. So I want us to start to recognize that we may have that problem. Are you the best at self-promotion? You can tell me in the comments. Like a thumbs up if you're really good, thumbs down if you need to improve, because that's the first task is deciding or deciphering if we are really stuck in that, I'm not really sure if I should be self-promoting, right? Or I don't really like self-promoting. Lots of people will ask me, what are you doing? I see lots of people watching. I'm telling you right now, that's a mind switch that we're going to talk about in a second. And then I'm going to give you something that you can actually do when starting your boot camps that's very easy for people to share and people to actually help you promote your boot camp. Okay, so are you ready for that? Okay, gray and rainy. Oh, good afternoon from rainy Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Mary Beth, hello. Hot and sunny in Florida. Bite me, Lisa. All right. Okay, Mary Beth says, and Lisa say, they're not the best at self promotion. Okay, for me, what that stems from is purely mindset, right? A lot of fear around that. So you can tell me what are some of your fears, and I can probably tell you what some of them are as well. So when I first started, it was a lot of fear of judgment, fear of people talking, fear of people wondering what I'm doing, fear of people getting mad at me for promoting, right? Which is not the case. Most people are more worried about their own problems than yours, right? If people talk about your business, great. Let them talk, right? You see a lot of celebrities sometimes doing negative things on purpose just so they get the talk, right? So it's negative promotions, which is something that we don't want to be doing. But I'm telling you, there's a reaction to it. So whether people are talking negatively or positively about your business doesn't affect you, right? It has no bearing on you. You can't control that, right? You really can't. Now, the people who are going to talk positively about your business and promote it and share it are the people you want in your inner circle, right? People will always talk, right? Give them something to talk about. So what happens is at the end of the day, I want you to think about not about the people who are talking or the people who are gossiping or the people who are wondering what you're doing, right? That's not what we're worried about, because in fact, once you start your business and you start getting better at it and you start promoting it and you start making the money and having the influence, a lot of those people who were talking will eventually sometimes join you. It just happens that way. I want you to start to think about the people who you are helping. That's why we get into this business. That's why we're an entrepreneur. That's why we want to be our own boss. We want to set our own hours. We want to work with the people we want. We become an entrepreneur so that we can help others. We have a deep desire to help others. Do you agree? Right? Do you agree? All right, Lisa's worried about sounding salesy. Lisa, what you can do is stop talking about the product and start talking about the benefit. There, problem done. Stop talking about the product and start talking about the benefit. You are no longer salesy, right? So I want us to start thinking about the people who need our help, the people who are suffering silently or out loud that need what we have to offer. Think about what you have to offer and who you can help. You did this if you came through the boot camp with me. Who are the people that you are running the boot camp for? Who are the people that you are making your signature offer to? Who are the people that need your kit, your pack, and your physical offer? We want to show up and talk about how great what we have is so that we can attract and find those people and eventually help them, right? No one is going to promote your products, your offer, your boot camp, whatever it is that you have more than you, right? And we think, oh, if I put that I'm having a boot camp like up, several times a day, people are going to get mad because they think I'm spamming them. No. First of all, the algorithm doesn't allow hardly anybody to see your posts, so we have to worry about that. And another thing is that the people who will be sharing are the people you want in your circle, the people who are your cheerleaders, the people who are, hurrah, hurrah, good for you kind of thing. All right. Yeah, at least you'll try. Exactly. Even just think of it before you put a post out. Think about, okay, I know I'm posting about CBD, and I know I'm posting about this product, but what is the benefit to the person reading this post that CBD can help them, right? So you just take that moment and think, and then at least start with the benefit and then maybe work into the product. That's something you can do. Okay, so what you can do is if you have a lack of or you're feeling that you're worried about self-promotion, I want you to first of all think about, do I feel good that what I am offering can help people? Because if you have something that can help people, you better start singing it from the rooftop. Now, a lot of people will shrivel in that self-promotion because they're not quite sure if their product is or their offer is, good. If you know that you have the skill set and the knowledge and the know-how to transform even one life, you had better get up on your roof with the bullhorn and start telling everybody what you're doing, because that's the only way you're going to help people. If you sit behind your computer, writing a blog post once a month, or, whatever, dancing on TikTok, posting your lunch on Instagram stories, that's not going to work. You need to get out there and promote what you are doing well before you're doing it. Tell people exactly who you help and how they can support you, and move forward. Okay. The next thing I think that people do, a common mistake that people make when they're running their boot camp, is overwhelm. I'm telling you, from 23 years of teaching, like grade 7 to university level people, overwhelm will kill your student. And now I'm telling you that from a teacher point of view. You look at it from a coaching point of view. If you overwhelm someone, they pick up and they leave. Is that true? Do you understand that? Have you heard that before? A confused mind does not buy, right? That's why we have landing pages with one call to action. That's why we put posts with one call to action, sale pages with one call to action. Because if you start having too many things, the mind gets confused and they leave, right? Websites, if you have too many things going on at the beginning, people bounce, right? So overwhelm is something so simple that you can change, that will literally save you thousands of dollars when you're starting with your bootcamp, and eventually millions. I see it every day in the online space. I see it in boot camps that I attend. I see it everywhere. Courses I take. You are an expert at what you do, but when it comes to conveying those messages, it doesn't get across. Let me show you what you can do. Let's take, for example, you were dancing on TikTok. Yeah, I know. I don't even know what, I'm not even on TikTok. I couldn't be bothered. And I'm not dancing on TikTok to promote my business. That's not what I'm doing. All right, so I digress. That's my little rant here. So, okay, for example, let's say, let me break this down for you. If, say you're in the health and wellness, say you're in the health and wellness niche and you want to do a boot camp, okay? Maybe you want to do Get Fit for 2021, okay? And in, maybe because now that gyms are closed or closing, mine's not closed yet, but I'm sure it's going to. People are working out from home now, right? I worked out this morning from home. I hate it. But I am trying to love it and changing the way I think about it, because it's good for me no matter where I do it. So maybe people are now switching to working from home. Now let me break down something for you. Let me show you how to chunk a lesson, right? A lesson plan basically for your boot camp, so that you're not overwhelming. What happens is, because we are the experts in our field, we have so much information that we want to share that we just do verbal diarrhea. We cannot do that, because what happens is you have to just give a little snippet and a little snippet and a little snippet throughout your boot camp, so that people are like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Day one, you're going to give your people a homework or an action thread to do, and they're going to look at it and go, oh, okay, I can do this. And they take action. When they take action, it feels good. And so when it feels good, they keep doing it, right? Trust me, after 23 years of teaching, that this is how you need to start thinking about your bootcamp content. It's one thing to run your bootcamp and have everything that's on our blueprint. It's another thing to teach the content. So let me show you how you can do this. Now, say, for example, you have your 5 days. And at the end of your 5 days, you are going to offer some virtual training. Okay? And in that virtual training, say you were going to offer meal prep, exercises, grocery lists, and mindset. Say that's just part of your virtual training, okay? Especially if you're just starting. The wonderful thing about doing boot camps is that you don't have to have your physical offer all planned out, that whole year program all planned out. You can start by doing 6 weeks, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and then growing and growing. You will see what your people need, and they will tell you, and then you offer it to them. Okay, so for example, say you want to do a day on meal prep, okay? Now, there is 1,000 things that you can teach about meal prep that you're going to teach in your physical offer when they join you, right? When they're done. You do not want to overwhelm here. Now, what are some things that you can teach about meal prep? You can teach when to do your meal prep, why to do your meal prep, how to do your meal prep, right? So maybe you're getting people to think about of the 1 day a week or the 2 days a week where they do their meal prep. But you cannot teach all of these in 1 day. You can't. You cannot do it. What's a great thing for you to do on that day is to say people why we do meal prep. You can talk about that and then just get them to change their mindset. That would be the day. That's it. Just that one little snippet of changing the way they think about meal prep, or how they could do meal prep would probably what we do here. We would save the how, right? We always want to save the how for the training. We want to give the mindset shift or the realization in your boot camp and save the how for later. So if you were to think, let's do when you're going to do meal prep. You can actually talk about the days of the week. People can think about their own calendars. People can think about their own schedules. You know, lots of people say Sunday or weekends are a great day to meal prep. Sometimes it's not, right? Maybe Sunday or weekends is filled with kids' activities, and Sunday night is just like, I got to sit down and rest before I have to go back to my 9 to 5 job. It doesn't matter. You want people to start to make a commitment to maybe a day when they can start doing their meal prep. You can talk about the why maybe down the road or a little bit of an intro, but I would save the how because people really want to know the how. Like they want to know the recipes. They want to see the trays all built out on the counter with the lids, right? And all the food prepped in the containers stacked neatly in the fridge. People really, really want the how. I want you to save that for when you do your offer, right? Draw them into the mindset that they need to do that. Then you could do a day on maybe exercise. Maybe you walk them through an actual 10-minute exercise and tell them that there are more of these 10, 15, 20-minute snippet exercises in my physical offer, right? So again, you're just sharing a little bit of information. If you overwhelm, people won't come, people won't show up, or they certainly won't stay because people want that quick win. We want that information right away, right? So I hope that these help. Right? 2 things that I think you're doing that will cost you thousands when you're doing your boot camp is not enough self-promotion. Oh, I didn't even tell you what to do. I went right to the next one. Self-promotion, the easiest thing that you can do when you're starting your boot camp is to do a live and let everybody know that you're switching and what it is you're doing, and make it a little 3 to 5 minute ditty and just say what you're doing and how they can support you. The second thing I would do is make a Facebook event. They're very easy to share. That's why you want to make a Facebook event. Let people know that your bootcamp is coming up. Put all of the details in one spot so people don't have to keep looking at the cover photo or scrolling through your page to see where the post is. Make it nice and concise for people to share. You can put a beautiful cover photo with the dates and the times, what you'll be talking about, the link to the URL. Facebook event is a beautiful way to organically share your bootcamp. And then you can ask people sending the link to the Facebook event. You can invite people to it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So stop thinking that you're salesy or you're not good at self-promotion. No one is going to talk about what you do like you do. Right? Eventually you'll have testimonials and people will be singing your praises, but at the beginning, And for every time to come, you are the best person to promote what it is that you're doing. So stop sitting in that fear of judgment and start taking action, bold action, and start to look and help the people that you know that you can. And when you're doing your boot camp, don't overwhelm. Just break out, chunk out your days like you've seen here. Save the how for your big training at the end, and just take them through one small step a day, right? You just want them doing one small thing. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you put that in the group. If this resonates with you, if this is something you can do, set up a Facebook event, go and do a quick Facebook Live, and really start to think about your content, then let me know in the comments, right? If you're stuck and you don't know what to teach in your 5 days, let me know in the comments and I can help you brainstorm there. The ladies that are in Build Your Bootcamp, you do that in that group, because that's where I give you actual one-on-one and we sit and we go through it, and through our live Q&A on Thursdays. So join me next Monday. Every Monday, actually, at noon, I will be here doing a live in this group that will take you through something that's going to help you grow your business, right? Again, if you have any questions or if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, put them in the comments. Also, if you would like a reminder to me being here live, then click the link that is posted in the post, and that will give you a messenger reminder to be here with me on Mondays for Make an Impact Monday, because that's what you're doing with your business. Big love and hugs to all of you this week. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next Monday.